You're listening to Radio Cosmos.
All night long.
Bravo! My compliments, little lady.
Commercial!
Break for 30 seconds.
Commercial!
You are now listening to BaaD Radio.
Good morning and welcome to BaaD Radio. BaaD stands for Business at a Distance. This is a show about local businesses and business networking. We are here live and you can listen to us on 105.5 FM, 660 AM, or listen to us online at floridamanradio.com or download the Florida Man Radio app. You can also find us on the iHeartRadio app, or you can call or text. The number is 321-339-1055. I'm your host today, Emily Murphy, and in the studio with me, we have DJ Heather, the producer.
Good morning.
Nice to see you in your pink.
Thank you.
I didn't have my act together enough to wear my pink today, but I'll get back on it next week. Do we have one more? We have one more Sunday in October.
To be continued next week.
Yes, Melissa's in the same boat, I'm sure, after after her weekend. So I'm your host. Oh, I'm sorry, Melissa Jacob. That's who we've got next to me today, filling in for me.
For you. We're playing musical chairs today.
Yes. So Melissa Jacobs is BaaD Radio's videographer. Come on, Emily. And she's always making us look great. And she's, like I said, holding our co-host position today. Striking Brand has been producing weekly YouTube videos of BaaD Radio, which you can find on baadradio.com. And if you're looking for some excellent video or photography work, then you have to check out strikingbrand.com. The video portion of BaaD Radio wouldn't be possible without our sponsor, Dr. James Bowles. His new practice opens November 1st, and we are so excited for him. More info to come on that. He'll be in the UCF area. So we have two guests today that are brand new to BaaD Radio. Please welcome Michael Vaz, franchise owner of Chicken Cone in Winter Park. Hello, Michael.
Hey, how you doing, Emily?
All right, nice to meet you.
Likewise, thank you.
Also, please welcome McGarrity Harney with USHA Advisors.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. So we're getting the nerves out. We're shaking them out.
Yeah. We're getting there.
McGarrity also does voiceover, she told us right before the show. So maybe she'll pop in with some fun voices.
Oh, I'm excited.
This portion of BaaD Radio is brought to you by Premier Couples Superstore. Cut out the middleman and go straight to the source. Premier Couples Superstore has everything from sexy bedroom outfits, toys, games, and everything in between. Visit them at premiercouples.net. Premier Couples Superstore, because couples that play together stay together. Our next sponsor is Liberty Property Inspections. They specialize in home and commercial building inspections, environmental inspections, roof certifications, and pool inspections. They can also save you money with a wind mitigation. Call them at 407-739-5795 or visit them at libertypropertyinspections.net. Also, a huge thank you to Artistic Beauty. I actually got some fun Botox done this past week. I love them there. Kazoo Creative and Angela Keen's hair and makeup. So, all right, this is my health feature, which I usually do, and Angela usually introduces me. So I'm Emily Murphy. Go get 'em coach on all the social media platforms. I'm a nutritionist, wellness coach, and weight loss hormone expert. So today I'm talking about stress and what we do as business owners to manage our stress, because in our bodies, right, we can be going through what we think is normal. And cortisol, which is a stress hormone, can be raging all day. And I actually spoke at a conference this weekend called the Power Retreat, and it was an amazing group of women. And I got to speak about how hormones affect our bodies, you know, by the foods we eat and the habits that we keep, all the things I love to talk about. And I actually had a PowerPoint, which you guys can't see right here, but there is a hormonal hierarchy. And the two hormones that sit at the top of this hierarchy that affect all the other hormones are cortisol and insulin. So this is our stress, right? Our stress response, and our insulin can be influenced by what we eat and our stress also. So as we run cortisol through our bodies from being stressed, and that's just being on the go for us. And a lot of times we're like, well, this is just how I live. This is my normal everyday life.
Get used to it.
Right. And it's not normal. And our body is like, what is going on? And what happens then is our response, all the way down the line becomes fat storage, which we all don't like, Thank you, body, for trying to keep us alive. Like it's thinking we're, a few thousand years ago, and it needs to, ignite
store.
these, these survival mechanisms, because it doesn't know why you're so stressed, why you didn't eat all day and then you ate, and now we need to store food, right? Because you were just in your business working, you're busy with your kids, you're doing one thing, from one thing to the next. Another big thing is we're not supposed to sit and be stressed.
Oh gosh, that's exactly what I do.
I know. I
So
get
you're
the
supposed
tension.
to stand and eat the ice cream.
No, I get let your body know you're safe, because it wouldn't be in danger and you'd be standing and eating ice cream.
Right.
So you're just sending the signals back. So I get like super tense, like when I'm doing, and I'm like, trying to figure things out, building a website, doing marketing stuff, whatever it is. And I get it all here, like in my neck and shoulders. And everybody sit back, relax, bring your shoulders away from your ears. But we get all this information from our phones, right? From our emails, from whatever. And we're sitting, and the human body is not meant to stay stagnant and receive all this stress. So, a few thousand years ago, you might be stressed because you were being hunted maybe by somebody, right? And we're stressed, and the cortisol helps give you energy, those stress hormones, to get you out of harm's way. Or you are hunting, running for your food. There's a little bit of stress there, right? And you need more energy. So what happens is, right, your body's going, here it is, here's these stress hormones to give you energy, and you're just sitting doing nothing with it. So it's really important, when you feel
Okay, you said cortisol gives you energy?
Yeah, so cortisol is cortisol is not always the bad guy. Cortisol spikes in the morning to give us energy, and it's just not supposed to kind of fade out, right? By
So it
lunchtime.
helps you get up.
Right. But if you're just running all day on stress, then what happens is your cortisol's still high at night and you can't sleep. So
It's the whole fight or flight response
exactly.
situation. But you're not doing either one.
Right. You're just sitting there taking it all in, not
So when you're
blowing up
stressed-
and not killing anybody anymore. Right?
So you should go for a run when you're stressed.
Or
will that keep your cortisol up?
Right. So that's when I talk about workouts, and we talk about bringing yourself down. So a lot of people will go do HIIT workouts trying to, really maximize maybe a short period of time and just really kill themselves. And they're like, yeah, that's for my stress. That feels good. Well, yeah, it's adding more cortisol. So you want to do the opposite. You want to do yoga. You want to do walking. You want to do meditation, things that bring you down. Right. And that will help your body go, they're safe. That was temporary. You're fine. So Melissa, we were talking about, you editing, right?
Yes.
You're a photographer, a videographer. So you were up last night. But let's talk about some of the things you do to manage your stress or things you might like to do.
You know what? When you said yoga and walking, those are my two favorite things. So my problem is just time, getting it in there. I need to commit to setting a set time so that I can fit them in. But I have two crazy dogs, so I like to take them on walks.
Yeah.
Yoga is amazing. It's one of my favorite things to do. We did goat
yoga.
yoga.
Goat yoga a couple weeks ago for her birthday.
Yeah, it was so much fun. So those are a couple of my favorite things. And I also heard that when you're taking deep breaths and doing slow breathing, you're kind of telling your body and your mind we're all right.
You got it. You
Calm
got it.
down.
So if you do you're experiencing stress and you're sitting and you're not able to get up to move, just sitting and taking 10 deep breaths can tell your body and your brain, because that's not something you'd be doing if you were under pressure. If you were running out of your house from a fire, if you were, doing anything, you wouldn't just stop and take 10 deep breaths. So that's a signal to your body, calm down, you're fine, we're fine. And it'll start to lower that stress.
You said you have two dogs. If you pet your dogs,
they don't give me any option.
when you pet your animals, whatever you've got,
Yes.
or your kids, that actually lowers your blood pressure too, and it brings
Yeah,
your heart rate
and
down.
oxytocin is the hormone, the feel-good hormone we get from things like petting animals, being around people we love, like just experiencing things. So, what do you guys do, McGarrity? What do you do for stress?
Mostly just pet my dog. My dog is 14 pounds and has like very little energy. She's energetic for like spaced out over 2 hours for the day, and the rest of the time she's like, all right, I'm taking a nap. So
that's like the opposite of my puppy.
put her on my
He's
lap
like
and
2
just sit
hours
there.
of rest, and he's all day going. Yeah. Okay. And how about you?
I would say for me, time is the enemy right now. So as a new business, I don't have too much time, but I try to exercise and wait for it. I play Candy Crush.
Oh, okay, but we got to get off the screen, right? Okay, so we're taking in that blue light, and it is good. It's mindless, but even they have like adult coloring books.
Right.
Just unplugging a little bit can help. Another thing, if you had the opportunity to do yoga or you're walking is so good. So if you could take calls at all, or if there's anything that you could do where you might be able to walk at the same time. And that's not totally unplugging, I know, but it's like sneaking things in or doubling your efforts for the day, because you're right, time is hard, right? We're all like pulling time, but so is our health, because we can never take the miles off the car, right? Once you run those miles, like they're there. And we can always think like we can get in shape later, we can do these things later. Still, there's damage, right? That our body knows from chronic stress. So another thing though is getting outside, and they say like you should get outside 15 minutes a day unless you're stressed. If you're really stressed, you should get outside an hour a day, right? So if you can do any of the walking, yoga, things outside, and especially touching the earth, things like grounding, like you ever feel good because you're at the beach?
100%.
Yeah.
I mean, I try to get some exercise in, but my wife, she loves coloring. She's a colorist.
Oh, yeah.
So she loves coloring. So that's because we're right now, we're partners in the business. So that's one of the things that she likes to do, especially early in the morning. She'll get up 5 or 6 in the morning and just start coloring.
Oh, I love that. I love it. Yeah, you guys should have chicken cone coloring books.
Who knows? It may be in the cards.
A colorist.
I've
never heard that term before, so now I'm
instead
intrigued.
of using, many people, when they associate coloring, they use crayons. My wife uses like special pencils, markers, paint brushes. Like really, it looks like really good works of art. Like if you look at all the books that she has dozens of books, and she follows multiple people on YouTube on how to do this or other colorists that are doing. But there is a community for this.
Oh,
and she
I
does
love
a very
that.
good job. And she does that with my daughter like almost every morning.
I'm going to have to check it
Wow.
out. You're piquing my art
I
nerd.
know,
The
me
art
too. I
nerd
kinda
in me,
got
I'm like,
tingly.
ooh,
Oh, it's great. I mean, I think those are works of art. I told her that she should just start a YouTube video thing with the coloring that she does, because she does
100%.
really great work.
Wow, that's
You should
awesome.
look into the Thomas Kincaid coloring books, because you can kind of see what he does, and his artwork is impressive, and then imitate.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Well, this is awesome because I am always looking for things to give people that are inside my program ideas for different things, because as adults, we just start to put our own hobbies aside, or our hobbies become our work, right? So Melissa's shaking her head because I'm sure that happened in photography.
I didn't realize there was a coloring community until she started doing it. Then when I started seeing videos and the coloring books, there's a real coloring community, adult coloring community that really does this like for a living.
I love
And
that.
a
I
lot
love
of it
that.
is great. The vibrant colors and some of the famous characters you would see on movies or in cartoon. Great works all the way around.
must work.
That's awesome. So go out and find something that you love. There is something for everybody. Just like with your health, you keep digging and you'll find something. So we're going to go to a commercial break. And when we come back, we're going to be talking to McGarrity I'm sorry, with a G, about insurance. Welcome back to BaaD Radio, brought to you by Premier Couple Superstore, because a couple that plays together stays together. Welcome back to BaaD Radio. And just a reminder, you can call or text in at any time, 321-339-1055. This portion of BaaD Radio is brought to you by Impact Electric of Orlando, who focus on residential and commercial electrical work. Zach and his team focus on doing things right the first time to ensure you and your family are home safe. Everyone needs to know a good electrician that they can trust, and that is Impact Electric of Orlando. Their number is 407-747-0874, or visit impactelectricfl.com. I also want to thank Andrew's Law PA Sheepdog Promotional Products. And we are coming to our first guest. So, McGarrity Harney. Tell me about your business, McGarrity, Harney, and Advisors.
McGarrity and Associates is my
I'm sorry.
business.
I'm reading it and saying it totally wrong.
No worries.
And tell them about the change, because the change is recent.
So in 2020, I started my own business. My husband and I work together. We are both health coverage advisors. We're licensed agents in 32 states. We've been doing this together. We've been doing this obviously since July 1st of 2020, but we've been licensed for about coming up on 5 years now. We started out by trying to help individuals and families, and over the past 5 years have started being able to branch out into Medicare and group business, both small group and large group business. We have kind of done a trial and error with our health insurance. I contracted with everybody that I could because I don't work for any specific company. So I contracted with United Healthcare, Aetna, United Health Group, Life Shield, like all of the major names, and then Blue Cross Blue Shield in some states. Oh. So in some states, Blue Cross Blue Shield, you have to be a captive agent, which means you only sell their product. Gotcha. That's it. So not in those states, but I still have access to pretty much everything that's available. Over the years, I've dropped some contracts because they weren't taking care of my clients. So I really only have contracts with the big names now, even though I still have access to everything else. I only recommend people to get onto Blue Cross Blue Shield, United Healthcare, Aetna, Humana, the companies that are going to take care of you. Open enrollment is coming up November 1st. Mm-hmm. We're going to start it. And what people don't always know is that with health insurance, and especially with open enrollment, there's two different kinds. There's underwritten, which is not part of the Affordable Care Act and is not part of Obamacare, which is the nickname for the Affordable Care Act. And those plans look at your health history. They tend to be less expensive because they only take people who they know aren't going to be as much of a risk. It's like getting life insurance. They look at your health history. They go, are you, have you had cancer in the past? Have you had any major back issues? Is there something wrong with you? And what can we get away with saying, no, we're not going to cover you for that? That's why the Affordable Care Act came into existence, was so that people who had major medical issues didn't have that issue where they couldn't get health insurance. Okay. So those are underwritten, and those are available year round to people who can qualify for them.
Okay, so because the open enrollment confuses me. What does that exactly mean?
So the other type of plans that are available are guaranteed issue, and they have open enrollment. You can only sign up during open enrollment, or if you have something happen, because as humans, we will go, well, I can sign up anytime for this plan, so I'll wait until I get diagnosed with cancer. Okay. And then get onto a health insurance program that they have to pay for all of my major medical expenses, and then I'll get off and stop paying them. Well, the insurance companies, shockingly, don't like that.
Okay. So it's essentially to help protect the insurance agencies.
Not just the insurance agencies, though, because if you have, this actually happened in the 90s with dental insurance, where people would get on and have like root canals done and then get off of the dental insurance. And a whole bunch of dental insurance companies went bankrupt. Right. And of course, they can't protect the other people if people are doing that. Right. So the open enrollment from November 1st to January 15th allows people with major medical situations or people who have had haven't had coverage recently to be able to get on no matter their situation. And they can, and then the Affordable Care Act, the affordable part of that allows people to have their monthly premiums adjusted depending on what they make per year.
Right. And so who qualifies for that?
Everybody.
Okay.
If you make $150,000, the affordable part of the Affordable Care Act, they keep the monthly premiums under 9% of your annual income. That means for some people who are making a lot of money, under 9% is full price. But under 9% for a family that's making $100,000 is significantly lower.
Right.
So every single person can qualify for a marketplace plan during this open enrollment period. And most people will qualify for very affordable health insurance through that.
So is that what you help people do? Or
Yes.
Okay.
Not just during open enrollment, because people have things happen to them all throughout the year. They change jobs, they move. Those are all reasons to be able to have the Affordable Care Act marketplace open back up for them specifically, but it's not available for everybody in every circumstance. So I'm able to help people go through, answer any questions that they have, make sure that their doctors are in network and the plans that they choose, you know, all of the questions that they have. And then during the year, if they have questions and they're my clients, they can call me back and go, I don't understand why this happened. I don't understand why they're calling and going, now I have to pay this much. And we can go through it together.
Okay, because I didn't realize that there were services. I just thought people went on there themselves and tried to do it and figure it out. There's so many plans and everything. I didn't realize that you could have an agent and that you're an agent?
Yes.
That's what that's called. Okay.
Yes.
And so as far as like small businesses go, well, first of all, I mean, is there any reason then that like a small business owner or people that work for themselves shouldn't have insurance?
Absolutely not.
Like
Everybody should have insurance.
Yeah. And I really believe that too. I have a knee replacement surgery. I blew out my ACL, MCL, meniscus all at once. I was working at a hotel bartending at the time. Luckily, I had their insurance, and my surgery was $35,000. And even after they paid that, bills kept rolling in for the next year. But without that, it would have just been devastating.
It would have been taken care of 100% by you.
Yeah.
And doctors and hospitals will do their best to make sure that their medical bills get adjusted to the person. And they do. I mean, they've taken the Hippocratic Oath. They have to be able to give you services. And they're the best people to be able to have, bills too, because as long as you're showing you're trying to pay for it,
Right.
they're not going to come after your credit. They're not going to come after you and go, you have to declare bankruptcy or anything like that. But it's just so much easier when you have a limit to how much you're responsible for.
Right. And just in what I do, I see people put off their health for so long because they don't have health insurance. And I'm like, well, if you're not paying what I pay a substantial amount each month, like put that money aside at least for your own health then and go see the doctor out of pocket if you're not going to do anything else. But like you're saving money if you don't have insurance. So take care of yourself. But there are lots of ways.
And the other part of it is that people who go online and just look up health insurance are going to they're going to end up fielding 500 calls an hour for, especially during open
if you
enrollment.
put your number in.
From people like me, yes, who are advisors who are there to help you, but also from companies who just hire, sellers.
Yeah.
And I had several people last year who I talked to them about the marketplace options that were available to them, and then called them back and were like, you could get this plan for less than $100 per month for your family. We have 6 hours left in open enrollment. What's going on? What decision have you made? And they went, we found a plan that's $600, and we just didn't trust the fact that the plan was $100 from you and $600 from this other company.
Oh, God.
That's what I was going to ask. I was going to ask because it varies so much from insurance agency to agency, and then just the different plans in each one. It's so overwhelming to me.
Right.
So having someone like you who is familiar with all these different agencies and can kind of look at everyone's specific needs and kind of curtail it to them. Like, why is that, though, that it so widely varies from agency to agency?
Mostly because the difference is that the underwritten plans don't have anything to do with the Affordable Care Act. So they don't adjust your monthly premiums depending on your income. So somebody can get a marketplace option that's going to be $100 for the family, $250 for the family. But if they go to a individual company like Ambetter, like United Healthcare, they're paying full price for it. And so they end up paying $1,000 per month for that same family plan.
And are those agents, they're not even looking to give them... I'm sure they don't say, hey, go over to the marketplace, right? And see if you qualify there first.
It depends on how they're trained and how much they are told that as agents and getting my license, I have a fiscal responsibility to the client to make sure that they have the correct information to be able to make the correct decision for them. For some people, the correct decision for them is to get the one that's $1,000 per month. And for some people, they're like, I can't afford that when I can get one for $250. So it depends on the individual and it depends on the situation.
But you do the business either way.
I do.
Right. So you're not like, okay, you got to go over there and I can't work with you.
Nope, it doesn't make a difference. I will make sure that they get the correct information. And my website is McGarrityLLC.com.
Awesome.
The other website to go to for people, if you're just looking for a marketplace plan, is either healthcare.gov, make sure it's .gov, not .com because it's wrong, or healthsherpa.com, which is their sister website. And both of those, they won't have 100 people calling you an hour.
Okay, but call you first.
Call me first.
I mean, don't send them anywhere
obviously.
else. So real quick, though, is there anything that like small businesses that have, I don't know, 10 employees or multiple employees, do they get discounts, or is there anything that if they, like big companies offer?
If they offer a group plan, they have to offer at least 50%. So they have to cover 50% of the
okay. That's how that works. Okay.
And the employee's coverage. But there's ways to be able to make sure that keeps the cost down for the small group.
Okay. So if you've got a business and, you're looking for yourself or anybody, in your family for health insurance, give McGarrity a call. All right, guys, we're going to a commercial break. And when we come back, we're talking to Michael Vaz with Chicken Cone. This is Florida Man Radio.
Florida Man Radio.
Welcome back to BaaD Radio, brought to you by Premier Couple Superstore, because a couple that plays together stays together.
Welcome back to BaaD Radio. You can call or text in at any time, 321-339-1055. This portion of BaaD Radio is brought to you by Ground Up Property Services. Servicing your sprinkler system is probably the most overlooked maintenance of your home, but it is important. Check out Ground Up's Property Services Sprinkler System Service Program at groupupinc.com or call 407-468-4295. We would also like to thank Four Seasons AC, Artistic Beauty, and 33 Tanning Spa with locations in Altamont Springs and Longwood. So our next guest is Michael Vaz with Chicken Cone. Yeah. So tell me about Chicken Cone.
Well, thank you. Chicken Cone. It is the remix. It is the modern spin on chicken and waffles. Now we made it more portable in a handmade waffle cone, freshly made at the store, and it comes in 7 signature sauces, coming from ranging from sweet all the way to spicy. So it's something for everybody's taste palette.
All right.
Yes.
Is everybody's mouth watering there?
Yes.
So tell me about chicken and waffles. Like, is this something that you grew up eating? Like, how did the concept come about?
Well, actually, it's a franchise that started
okay.
It's a franchise. It's a small franchise that started in Pennsylvania out of a food truck, and they began franchising in 2017. In 2021, me and my wife and my daughter, we're a family-owned business. We decided to get into the chicken and waffle game. We went to a grand opening in New York, and we was completely amazed and taken back and blown away by the taste of the sauces. You have cinnamon maple going all the way to peri-peri. So you got something sweet, something in the middle, and something spicy, something that is great. It is great comfort food. It is a must if you love chicken and waffles, or if you're just curious. We have the best chicken in Winter Park. So you need to come check us out.
Okay.
501 North Orlando Avenue, Suite 243.
Nice.
Are you from up in Pennsylvania? You said that they...
No, I'm from New York, actually.
Oh, okay, so up north.
Yes.
All right, got you.
Well, so how did you hear about them?
Well,
Tell me about the story. I love...
Well, me and my wife, we've been in the nonprofit industry for the last 20 plus years. We're always in the business of, helping to build our communities and to help be change agents in the community. But we decided that we wanted to use our skill set to, open a business. So we decided during the pandemic to move to Florida. We moved here about a year and a half ago.
Okay.
And we wanted to open up a chicken and waffle spot. So after that grand opening, we went to in New York. We was completely amazed, like we said, and we wanted to really get into this, and we wanted to bring this to the masses of people because I think this is a hidden gem, a secret that's out in the plain open right in front of you, but it was a secret that there is a modern spin on chicken and waffles.
Yeah.
Because
you got to sit down with chicken and waffle and
That's
with
right.
fork and knife and okay.
Right. With this concept, you can walk You don't have to sit down. You don't have
You
to
can
wait
do
too
your
long.
walk-in outside, like Emily's talking about, eating your chicken and waffles, right?
That's right. I mean, it's a
Just
great.
like an ice cream cone.
There
Heather.
you go.
You're gonna love this.
It's a great concept, and we always say it's so clucking good.
I love it.
Cluck,
I love it.
yeah.
Yeah. And you're also at the Amway.
That's right. Yes, we've been selected to take part in the Orlando market at the Amway, so we'll be there during the Orlando Magic Games, serving up, like I said, our modern spin, the remix. It is the remix of handheld chicken and waffles, and we have all the sauces available. So if you're at the Amway at any of the Orlando Magic Games, come check us out. We're on the 3rd floor. Come see us. You won't be disappointed.
Yeah. So, I mean, I know that they have chicken and waffles at Disney. So besides that, there aren't really a lot of places in Orlando that like you.
Yeah, I think we are unique. We are an anomaly. We are a rare breed.
Yeah, I've seen chicken and waffles, but I've definitely never seen like in a cone. I was like, oh, that is a completely different thing.
That's right. And we make our cones freshly made at the store. It has a vanilla taste to it, and when you eat it like an ice cream cone, it hits different.
Nice.
You can tell that he really likes.
I know.
I encourage you, if you are curious, if you are a fan of chicken and waffles, you need to come see us. You will not be disappointed.
Yeah.
How do you put the sauces on? Is it drizzled over like an ice cream cone?
Well, no, we sauce the chicken, whatever favorite sauce that you want. We sauce the chicken. So once it's in the cone, every bite is going to be with the sauce and the chicken. And we sell more than just chicken and handheld chicken and waffles. We have chicken sandwiches, chicken tenders, Cajun fries, mac and cheese, Cajun corn. We have milkshakes from chocolate, vanilla, caramel, cookies, and cream. We have a little bit of everything. And even this month, we're running a special pumpkin spice milkshake. And we also do catering. So if you're interested in catering, we create waffle cones in various colors, orange, green, purple, along with the Halloween theme. So if you're interested in caterers, come check us out.
All right. And so do you have a sit-down area, like in is your restaurant?
Yes, we do.
Because I know you can walk and eat the cone, but
yes, yes, we do have a sit-down area. We have outside seating that's available. We also got 2 50-inch TVs in the store, so you have your videos, you have movies.
You play football games on Sunday?
Yes, we do, also you hear the music in the background, so the ambience, the vibe.
Might have my husband. He might come set up there for the day, though.
So we have a great ambiance, a great vibe. We focus on customer service, and most importantly, it is a family-owned business. Me, myself, my wife, we work in it personally, so you can come reach out and touch us. We're right there. We have extended family members that work along in the business with us, so it's truly a family affair.
You say that your daughter works with you too?
Well, my daughter doesn't work with us right now. She is a special education teacher in New York. Hi, Shakira, I love you.
Oh, I love it.
She's a special education teacher in New York. But throughout all of us, me, my wife, and my daughter, we always been in the business of nonprofit, and we continue to operate through a nonprofit lens. So we're going to continue helping the community as much as we can, and how we can be of help, please contact us.
Awesome. So how did you pick your location in Winter Park?
Well, it was an exhaustive process. Me and my wife, we traveled probably 3 or 4 times back and forth from New York to Orlando, in the Orlando area.
So you moved and brought this. You weren't here already.
No, I was not.
Got it.
So
okay.
During the pandemic.
Wow.
So during the pandemic, that's when the plane tickets was like $39 each way. Not no more.
New York was going crazy, so.
We was back and forth. We looked at probably about 25 properties. And we settled in Winter Park. We thought Winter Park is amazing community, an amazing group of people. The Chambers of Commerce have been very helpful. It's just overall just a great vibe, great group of people, and I don't regret.
Is that where you moved also? Did you move to Winter Park?
No, I didn't move to Winter Park. Currently, me and my wife, we live in Kissimmee, so we do a little travel every day.
Ooh.
It's not a big drive. If you're from New York, half-hour drive ain't nothing.
Driving yourself, too. You get to, I
mean, New York, we're so used to doing the hour and a half drives, probably going only 14 miles in traffic. But a half-hour drive is nothing. You listen to a few songs on the radio, and you're there.
Yeah. And, hey, if it's early in the morning, you don't have a bunch of people, that's another way to de-stress. You have that nice little drive to kind of calm down.
That's right. A lot of meditation.
There you go. There you go. A lot of
meditation.
So any chance you know the people over at Uncle Louie G's in Winter Park?
No, unfortunately,
Yeah.
I do not.
Okay, so they're a franchise too and from New York, and I think you guys would really get along, and maybe you guys can do some cross networking. They advertise here on Florida Man with Angela also.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds
So just putting people together.
Appreciate that.
So what are your goals for your business in 2023?
Well, we just want to grow our business. We are a new business, so we're continuously growing. And as you mentioned earlier, we are at the Amway, so we're very excited about that. For 2023, we just hopefully the blessings continue. We can continue to grow, continue to make an impact in the Winter Park and Central Florida community with many of the people, especially in need. Currently, we do partner with various nonprofit organizations because we are true to that mission and operating through a nonprofit lens. So hopefully, if we can grow in both of those arenas, we will be very grateful, and hopefully we can continue to stay blessed.
Awesome. Yeah. So where are we at, Heather? All right.
I always have this question whenever I see your pictures. I see chicken cone come up all the time on Facebook, and my question is, how do you eat that? Do you have like a fork and eat that, or you eat it? Like with the cone, doesn't it crunch and break off? Like,
well, no. Well, using a fork is a no-no.
oh no!
But we do,
I'm glad I asked.
But we do offer forks for those who want to use a fork who do not want to make a mess per se.
Got you.
But the waffles, the waffle cone, it stays, it's like a hard, soft type of cone. The cone keeps its integrity, especially while you're at the restaurant. Again, it is a great experience. No forks. Eat it like an ice cream cone. Make that mess. It'll be worth it. It is so clucking good. Yeah.
You said the company started out as a food truck.
Yes.
Are you guys have one or have any plans for that?
We don't have a food truck at this time. We just have the location there, and we have a location in Amway. That is something we are considering for future expansion. We are considering it because we have been looking at a few spaces that park utilize food trucks. So it's something that we are
That would be
interested.
great for catering.
So we'll see where that goes in the future.
Or neighborhood events. I know my neighborhood always will hire food trucks to come in for events and things like that. So
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, that's awesome. So with when you're advertising too, what means of advertising are you using as a food venue?
Well, we use social media. We use Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, a lot of word of mouth. We give out a lot of cards, 15% discount cards. So we do a lot of that, kind of on a lower end of advertising. So we utilize that, and it's been working for us.
Awesome. All right.
And we also use texting as well.
Cool. So let everyone know how they can get a hold of you. How can they get on your text list? Do you have that?
Yes. Our location is located in Winter Park, Chicken Cone Winter Park at 501 North Orlando Avenue, Suite 243, Winter Park, Florida, 32789. Our website is www.chickenconewinterparkfl.com. On Instagram or Facebook is at Chicken Cone Winter Park FL. So you can contact us there, or you can contact us at the store at 407-960-2135, or you can contact us through email at chickenconewp at gmail.com.
All right. And McGarrity, go ahead and tell everybody again how to get a hold of you.
So we are McGarrity and Associates. Our website is McGarrity LLC. It is spelled exactly the way it sounds, McGarrity LLC.com. And I'm can be reached also by text or phone at 507-407-4034.
All right, Melissa, tell everybody how they can get a hold of you, and tell us about some projects that you're working on.
Sure. So the past couple projects that I've been working on, there is a company called Mini Beast. They're in Oviedo. You would actually love them. They do workout health. They have a bunch of gear and workout plans and all of that. They're
Is it
really
a gym?
awesome people too. It's all remote. So they'll do plans online. I
Okay.
do workouts online, from nutrition to the workout. It's really awesome. And they're from New Jersey. So they're up around from your land. And they're awesome.
So what are
people.
you doing for them?
Yeah, so I did a warehouse tour for them, and I've done some product shoots. So they're going to be giving away a Humvee soon. They let me drive it.
Wow.
I don't know why.
Nice.
That was fun. So I did a shoot for that, and their shoes. Their warehouse is amazing.
So they have products.
Yes, they have all kinds. All of the things.
Yeah.
So and
What
it's a
is
really neat.
What is a warehouse tour?
It is. You have to see it. You have to go to Striking Brand
Yeah.
on YouTube. I have it up, a video there. But they had brought someone in from, I believe, from South America, who's like famous artist, and came in and painted the whole inside of their warehouse, and it's amazing. I'm not going to do it any justice.
So,
but
I mean,
yeah.
people can hire Melissa to show off their business, right? And do tours of what what they've got going on, 100%. And you can make real content out of that. I know that you do that for us. Like what, anything else that you're...
So I'm just going to stick with them because it's what I've been doing. It's why we had a long night last night. But I just did a video for their Humvee that they're going to give away. So the thing that I really love to do is, if you have an idea of something that you want to put out on social media, but you don't really have the idea of what to do with that, that's where I come in. So just let my creativity run, and I'll put together something really cool for you.
Awesome. How did they find you?
Sure. It's www.strikingbrand.com, or you can find me on pretty much all social media just by searching Striking Brand.
All right.
And what about you, Emily? Where can everyone find you?
Emily Murphy. You can find me at gogetemcoach.com. You can also find me on Instagram and TikTok with that, or resetwithemily.com takes you to my Facebook page. I've got a lot going on coming into the holidays. I've got a holiday course that you can sign up for soon. And then, of course, when we get past the holidays, everybody's got their New Year's resolutions to get ready for.
You're going to be busy.
Right? So make sure you check out BaaD. That's BaaD, BaaD, radio.com. And if you're interested in being on the show, let Angela know. We'd love to have you. This is Florida Man Radio.